This is a bit of a different video than what I normally film. I'm not feeling very upbeat, and I'm not going to pretend. Obviously, Finn is here in the background with me. Yeah, he's holding the TV remote, watching TV. It's a tough day, I'm not gonna lie. But I have decided that we are going through an awful day. Oh, yep, you've turned it off. Would you like to turn it back on? Good job. And I'm trying to make sense as to what positive I can bring out of this. And I've decided that I'm going to film a one take. I'm not editing any of this. You're going to get the ums, the ahs, the awkward pauses. Whatever I film, I am just going to upload. But I'm going to upload the real life, the challenges, the struggles of having a 20-month-old with bad reflux. So I made a video a little while ago about reflux and how we survived a baby with really bad reflux, and I said that Finn had grown out of it, and he has, except when he is exposed to his allergens. So we know that he's intolerant to dairy, soy and gluten. And now recently we've added sulfites to that. And in the last 3 weeks, he's been exposed 3 times. And every time we just get over it, literally another random occurrence happens where he's exposed. And the 3 times, I'll tell you about them, like, you wouldn't read about them. I mean, you would. So the first time was when we just got home off holidays. Completely my fault. I take full responsibility. Finn has had these particular chips from a fish and chip shop. We've done it a couple of times down at Cottesloe. It's been absolutely fine. We were having a picnic with fish and chips with some family, and I should have thought, but I know my family have deep fried fish with the chips, and I saw it in the packaging. I knew it was there, and stupidly I didn't make the connection that meant the chips were contaminated. So completely my fault, and Finn ate the chips and he got sick. So completely my fault. It was a really challenging couple of days. It didn't last too long, thankfully, but it was a pretty challenging time. Then the second exposure was when he had some Coles sausages. So I purchased them from Coles and I cooked them myself at home. He's had them about a dozen times before, been absolutely fine. And this time he wasn't. He broke out into full hives and really bad reflux for a week. Really itchy, took a lot of antihistamines to get under control, and a lot of crying and a lot of challenges with the reflux. We're still waiting for Coles to come back. They've taken the remainder sausages and they're testing them in the lab to see if they were contaminated. They weren't meant to have gluten, dairy and soy. They were completely free, but obviously he reacted to it. So if it all comes back clear, which, obviously it probably most likely will, the pediatrician says we then need to add sulfites as an allergen in the mix we need to stop giving him sulfites, I should say. So that's a challenge. Thank you, darling. So we just got over that literally 7 days later, because that was a Wednesday night that he had the sausages, and literally this Wednesday we went to playgroup in the morning. He was really happy and healthy. We went to playgroup. He pretty much sticks with me at playgroup, so I really don't think anything happened at playgroup, but obviously there's always a chance something did. We came home, we did some messy sensory play out on the balcony, and I made slime with corn flour, which is all 100% fine. Then I gave him a haircut, put him in the bath, and I washed his hair with some baby shampoo. And this particular product that we use, I checked all the ingredients in the past with their body wash and their lotion. It's all fine. I didn't think to check the shampoo. We got it as a free sample, and for some stupid reason, because I cut his hair, I thought I'd wash his hair with shampoo. And in front of my eyes, a lizard! Did you see a lizard on TV? Yep. Thanks, darling. So in front of my eyes, he broke out into full body hives and really bad reflux. And since then, we've been living in absolute reflux hell. It's been 3 days. I am exhausted. Finn's exhausted. Last night, the maximum he slept was 20 minutes, 30 minutes at a time. And every time he would just go to sleep, even if he was in my arms, he would only sleep for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and then just wake up screaming. He was crying in his sleep. Like there was a 3 hour or maybe even a 4 hour stint from 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. He physically was asleep because I'd given him some Panadol, see if that would help settle him, and he slept, but he still was crying like every 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I went in. The first few times I picked him up, he was like a dead weight. eyes closed, just crying. The poor thing smelt really bad of reflux. Constantly you could hear him swallowing. You know, he was spitting up into his mouth and swallowing it. So we're both exhausted today because there's been a few days of it. I mean, last night was definitely by far the worst night. The only thing that makes Finn happy today is going for a walk in the pram or sitting in front of the TV. So we have walked the streets for hours and hours and hours on end, and I am exhausted. What time is it? 3:30 in the afternoon. I cannot walk the streets anymore. I am beyond exhausted. I've resorted to the fact that we're just going to sit here in front of the TV. Finn's over that. He's bored, but he doesn't want to play. I've tried every trick in the book to get him to play. I'm going to play with the camera, Finn. He won't play. I've been crying my eyes out in the last 15 minutes because I feel like the most guiltiest mum ever. I'm guilty that my poor boy is suffering. Yes, it's my fault. I don't completely blame myself. I think these things just happen, but, you know, I feel bad. I feel bad that he's suffering. I feel awful that he's watching TV. Like, I feel bad that, you know, he won't engage in play. I've tried every trick in the book and, you know, I just can't get him to, and that makes me sad. He's trying to get the camera, sorry. And I know he's hungry, but he won't eat. I've tried everything. I've offered everything, all of his favourites, and he won't eat, which is understandable. He's constantly scratching his body, although you're right, Tummy. Although the rash has really diminished 3 days later, he's still really itchy because he's still scratching himself constantly, and I feel for him. Yes, darling. You want to see the camera? Is there something that you'd like to say? Would you like to... Dad, don't touch. You can look. Yeah, coughing. So he's got this constant cough, which is a reflux cough. It happens. He's not sick or anything. And I guess the point of sharing this is sharing that this is real life. I don't want anyone to ever watch any of my videos and think that we have it all together, that we're always positive, and that, you know, we never have these dark days where we think, how on earth am I going to survive? You know, to add to the mix, we have our best friends flying in from Melbourne tonight, which is so exciting. They're here for the next 3 days. And, you know, when your people come to stay, you want your house to be really nice set up for them. You want it to be really inviting. I wanted to have dinner on the table when they arrived. I wanted to have everything done. You know, reality is they're going to walk into a nightmare. Like, the house is a bomb site. I'm trying to pick it up. But at the end of the day, Finn needs me, and that's the priority. And I know that they won't care. I mean, they're our best friends. They couldn't care less. But you just want it to be nice when they come. And so, you know, my tears are because I feel guilty that they're going to arrive to that. Yeah, it's a tough one. It's really a tough one. So in these moments, Mummy needs to remind herself that we are all doing our best. And as long as you're surviving and Mummy's surviving, that's all that matters. Or, Finn, that really hurts jumping on my leg like that. Can you try not to jump on Mummy's leg like that? And I guess in these moments, we also need to reduce our expectations. And I think every mum, dad, you know, any parent, I should say, any parent has high expectations of themselves and is super critical of themselves and always strives to do more, thinks they should be doing more. I saw a really good quote on Facebook the other day, and it said something along the lines of, working mums feel like they need to do more with their kids because they're only home with them a certain percentage of the week. Stay-at-home mums feel like they need to do more with their kids because they feel guilty that they don't go to work. And that's exactly, you know, that's so true. Whether or not you stay home or whether or not you go to work, whether or not your kid's healthy, whether or not your kid's sick, you just always feel like you should be doing more, even though sometimes you don't know what more you can be doing. I mean, careful please. And he has thought about playing with some toys. Good boy! I have his absolute favourite toys in every corner of the lounge room to try and encourage him to play. Like, I've literally set up his absolute favourites. You got your ball. Oh dear. Oh dear. And he's done this a few times where he starts playing, so I turn the TV off and I start engaging in play, and he just starts crying. I really think that TV's a bit of a distraction. He keeps spitting up everywhere, and so, I mean, you just know that that's burning his esophagus and mouth. It's awful. I mean, if you've ever had reflux, you know it's awful. It's disgusting. So I think I'm going to leave this clip here. I guess if you're seeing this and I have decided to upload it, I really don't know if I will or not. I'm hoping that it will just give me something to look back on and to remind myself I am doing a good job. And if you're in the situation, you are doing a good job. Is that your tummy? Is that your tummy? Yeah. Vince just learned where his tummy is. He likes to show everyone, don't you? You like to show everyone where your tummy is. You are doing a good job. We are doing a good job. Everyone is doing their best. And these bad days will not last forever. Despite during them, I think that this is going to be life again, and you know, he won't get better. I know logically he will, and I need to not let myself get carried away with scary thoughts, because he will get better. And we will learn what triggers your reflux. Yeah? And he's so overtired. Aren't you? Managed to get him to sleep for like 45 minutes this morning. But I haven't been able to get him down since. And after being up most of the night, he's just, I don't know who's more tired, he's me, to be honest. I surmise he is, but I am feeling pretty tired myself, which is always the case as well. It's hard to be positive when you're feeling tired yourself, and when you just want to have a little nap yourself, it's hard. Alright, I'm going to leave this video here. You know what? If you ever have days like this, give this video a like so that I know that I'm not alone. And I promise you the next video will be much more uplifting. So bye friends. Bye.